What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the BRL. This is our final week matchup against Lord Z. Now, depending on how things pan out this week, now I'm still very confused on the way playoffs work. If I'm correct, and I'm sure Flash will fix it in the comments if I'm not. If you finish as the number one seed in your division, you are just the champion. And you get auto moved up into the next division for next season if you stay. And you go into this like new tournament where each champion of each division fights to see who's like, the best of the best. And he said, I think he told me that, funny enough, the top division is never won. That sounds kind of funny. I like that. So the only way that we get through to number one is we needed the third place team. He had 2 matches left to win one, lose one, which he did. Okay, so number 1 done. Number 2, depending on who played first, whether it be us or Jagged, if he lost, then we could lose. If he won, we were forced to win. But this matchup was done like way before his. Like this matchup was done on Wednesday. His was done on today, I think. Sunday. So this is a must win. He did win his battle, I think. I don't remember. Either way, this is a must win battle if we want to make first place and move on to the what was it called? The Court of Champions or something like that. COC, that's all I remember. But one of my what's the word I'm looking for? Like I really don't like the Sand Rush ability on Dracozolt or Dracovish. I think it's bad. I would much rather run the Strong Jaw Fishious Rend than the like Choice Banded Sand Rush one. I think that's bad. I honestly think it's bad. And learning from Mount Silver, Hippopotas is your Sand Setter. It sounds like a solid idea. It's not. I don't think it's good. You're forced to like run Eviolite or be a madman and run Smooth Rock, but most of the time you're not gonna be able to get Smooth Rock available on it, and so it's kind of just like death fodder. Oh, excuse me. The rest, I'm looking at it like I've got about nothing for this Unpheasant. I got about this much for Unpheasant. Togekiss, I'm like I've got Bronzong, which if it has Flamethrower or Heat Wave or something like that, or Fire Blast, yikes. And then Infernape. If you look at the rest of my team as well, I got Noivern. And I do have Bronzong. I do have a nice tech Bronzong. So I thought he's either going to prep a lot for Levitate Bronzong and run either Mold Breaker or what was I thinking? Or not bring like Sand Rush. I guess just run Mold Breaker. What am I thinking? I'm dumb. So Levitate wasn't going to matter anyways on this thing. So I was like, Levitate, useless. Might as well run Heat Proof for the Infernape. It'll give me a nice solid check. If I can get to +2 with Iron Defense, he's not touching me with this Infernape. Unless he's like Bandit or Life Orb or Swords Dance or something like that. Or Special, of course. Man, I'm losing my voice. Gotta do this quick. Dracovish. We have like 1.5 answers to Dracovish. We've got Ditto to be faster than it. And we've got Tentacruel. Tentacruel's a Rocky Helmet set this week. That's about all we got, dude. Oh, and Phantump. Phantump can eat. He can eat crunches too as we're Colbert Berry. So Phantump can eat pretty good. Phantump has been low-key solid. So let's go ahead and get into this battle. Turn 1, we've got Infernape up against our Bronzong, and I'm like, I don't like that. I'm hoping he clicks U-turn here, which actually goes for the Flare Blitz, which that works too, as we resist it, and he takes a lot of chip. 26% chip turn 1, and we only lose like 23. I'm down for. As we knock off here, which is perfect, as we knock off this thing's Choice Scarf so that it's not able to deal with our Mega Lopunny anymore. And I can go straight into our Bronzong, as he Brave Birds for about 4 damage. Almost does as much to him as he does to us after leftovers. And I'm like, okay, I can set up on this thing for free. Not even thinking about its name. Its name is Critney Spears. And I'm like, oh my god. about this time I go, uh-oh, he can crit me. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah, that crit hurt. That crit hurt. I'm like, well, I better not just keep setting up. So I'm going to go ahead and body press and knock this thing out. I'm like, thank God this thing wasn't a better Pokemon, or I would have been absolutely dead. And then comes this thing. I'm looking at the calc, and this thing does like 10%, 18%, something like that. I'm like, deal, rest up. Boom, free rest. Dude, this thing can't touch me at +2 with heat proof. It can't touch me. I'm looking at this thing too. I'm like, this thing's like specs. This thing ain't touching me. Heat wave with heat proof. Look at that. Look at that. That ain't doing nothing, dog. We are not sleep talk though. We are just going to hope he misses heat waves, to be honest. As we are able to wake up, drop a toxic on this thing, which is perfect as long as it doesn't have aromatherapy or heal bell, whichever one this. It gets one of the two. So we are just going to go ahead and rest up on this thing as well. And get back to full. And now we're playing that game too. Really hoping he misses here or there. And if he swaps into anything, he can't really do much. Like this extra drill, I'm like, what's he gonna do? Sorry, Swords Dance? Like, I'm looking at the calcs and earthquakes. We can still take one earthquake from a +2, as we are able to wake up here and fire off a body press, which should, I think it KOs from this range, like almost every time, or does, depending on his HP and whatnot. As we are able to just body press here again. It does like solid damage, dude. That's a lot of damage to I believe an Eviolite Hippo. As I know this thing's gonna run Whirlwind for sure, but he goes ahead and puts up his Stealth Rocks. As I'm chipping down his Sand Setter, and since I'm pretty sure it's Eviolite, I should have body pressed there. That'd have been a lot smarter. But I was hoping for no Whirlwind. He gets us into this, which is also not bad. I think I Scald or Knockoff here. One of the two. I think I knock off. No, I Scald. That's a really risky. If he gets burned there, that is risky. But I am going to stay in here, as this is my Dracovish answer. As we take the Fishiest Rend, barely, get the Rocky Helmet damage off, and we knock off his Choice Band, which is absolutely great for our team. And the sand ends here, so I'm going to save my Tentacruel for a sack for later, as Gourgeist can eat even like, I think 2 crunches even. As we eat this Fishiest Rend, and it does 0 damage to us. As he crunches on our Culber Berry, doing like 20%. As we Power Whip for about 4 damage. I mean, that. And we land the second Power Whip, knocking out the Dracovish. I don't know why. Oof, I forgot what happened there. I honestly thought we missed. As I'm going to go ahead for the Power Whip here. No, I Protect. Oh, I'm trying to stall out the Sand Turns. I can rack up some toxic damage on this thing, but it does have Slack Off, which I don't agree with, especially when he doesn't have Smooth Rock. Clicking the Slack Off there, I think you got to get into something like Infernape, because it's just racking up toxic damage and wasting Sand Turns when you don't have a Smooth Rock. That's all I wanted to do with Phantom Force. That was the whole idea of it. It wasn't actually to hurt anything. It was just to stall Sand Turns. As the Sand, well, we'll die to it in one more turn here. It'd been smarter to go for Phantom Force, but I was like, I think I can do a ton of damage to this thing, but we miss, and I'm like, whatever. It just gives us another sack for later. As he gets our Bronzong in, and I'm like, okay, this is like a perfect time to go ahead and sack one of our Pokemon here. I forget, dude. Dude, this battle happened like Wednesday. Scratch that. I Iron Defense up. Now I choose to sack something because I wanted the toxic damage to rack up on this Togekiss. And I got a free switch into my Lopunny, as I believe it showed us leftovers, right? Did it not? It did not. I don't know what I was doing. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. My Fake Out in with toxic damage and close combat is enough to knock out his Sand Setter, which leaves him only with 3 turns left of Sand, so I'm really not afraid of this drill. Unless he's packing Substitute, Swords Dance, and Rapid Spin, which doesn't make any sense why he'd do that. So I'm going to go ahead and sack my Tentacruel here now. It's really important to save those sacks for later, as you get a free... He Iron Heads here, which is awesome. Oh, thank God. But now I'm looking at the team, and like, if I can get this Iron Defense up, he has nothing on his whole team to stop me, dude. But I don't want to risk him putting up the sub, so I'm going to go for the Body Press, because he is in range to being knocked out by that. As he goes for the Iron Head now here, and a crit did nothing. A crit did nothing, and he gets the crit flinch, but he does run out of sand turns, so he's not going to be able to beat some of my other Pokemon going forward. And because he is Life Orb, I'm looking and I'm like, well, I'm not going to bother attacking him. He's just going to kill himself, and he doesn't have Earthquake. And I'm like, sick. I'll sit here and Iron Defense up. I don't care what he does. He's just going to kill himself. And I should be able to like Iron Defense up, and then he's going to have to get like a bunch of crits with Togekiss with Heat Wave, I believe. And I do think I get the last Iron Defense up here, as I should be able to rest and get like one turn of sleep gone, I believe. I think he survives this. Yeah, he does survive this. So I should be able to rest and get one sleep turn gone while he dies. As he dies right here. Does 5%, which is 0, knocking out his Excadrill as we burn a sleep turn. And in comes this Togekiss, just aiming for those crits with this Heat Wave, which 29% is really not doing all that much to us, especially after leftovers. We're losing 23% each time, but a crit would start to really hurt us. But I'm looking at the calcs and I'm like, well, Body Press plus Toxic should be putting this thing really close. I mean, just really, really close, as we should be able to just rest up now. As he actually is Wish. I thought this whole time he like might have been Scarf or something. And he wishes, and I'm like, okay, interesting. You're gonna like die to Toxic, and but okay. I think the Heat Wave was the play there, just to hope for a crit maybe. But the Wish does put him up to a decent health left. As he makes the play into Infernape, which, I mean, at this point, there's nothing, minus crits, there's nothing he can do to break through us. Like, I don't know if the crit ignores Heat Proof or not, so I don't even know if it can kill from this range even, and the Flare Blitz damage would be doing just so much to him as well, as we are able to just wake up and knock him out with the Body Press. Bronzong being the MVP this season, even though like Mega Lopunny got like 16 kills, I think. Yeah, I think Bronzong is low-key our MVP, as the close combat coming in, meaning he couldn't even beat the Noivern. There was no move he could lock into to just really win. As we pick up another kill with our Bronzong, it should have been 4, but what killed it? So the Life Orb killing drill, I think, is kind of dumb. It doesn't count as a kill at all. So technically, we got 5 kills this game total instead of 6. I think that's kind of dumb, but that's how it goes. But that does mean we are the champion of Elekid division. This is our first championship. Let's see. I think it's our first championship on YouTube. Actually, no, yeah, our first championship on YouTube, because Mount Silver, the season we won, I did not record any of those battles. It was like a semi-Ubers league. That's the last one I won. It was like 6 months ago. 8? No, more than that. Like 8 months. It was like right at the end of Gen 7. So whenever that was. But yeah, this is our first technical championship. Now we skipped playoffs, which meant we probably would have lost in the playoffs. So I'm kind of cool with it, to be honest. We do move on to the champion or Court of Champions or something like that, which means I'll probably lose first round there. Either way, we will be moving up to, what's the next division? I do not remember what the next division up is. Let's see. We are in Elekid. We'll be moving up to Magby, I believe. Magby division next season. Ooh, excuse me. Anyways, if you guys have enjoyed this season and are excited for our like championship tournament kind of deal, I'm not quite sure when that's happening, because they said in the next few weeks or so I'll be invited in. But if you guys are excited for that and want to see more, please drop a like down below and let me know what you thought about this season. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to be back for next season if they'll have me. And I hope we go. I just pass round 1, dude. Get past round 1. Get past round 1. That's all we gotta do. I don't care if we win or not. Just get past round 1. Anyways, I'll see you guys in our tournament. Peace out.